everyone, welcome back to PRO PCS, your one-stop solution for state PCS exams, UPSC, NET, JRF and other administrative exams. So everyone, if you are aiming for a career in research or lectureship in India, then cracking CSIR UGC NET is your golden ticket, right? But the question is where to start. Okay, so we are going to answer this question where to start in this video. We are breaking down everything you need to know from the eligibility criteria to the detailed syllabus and the latest exam pattern as well. So whether you're just beginning your preparation or looking to clear your final doubts, this guide will help you navigate the entire CSIR net journey with confidence. So grab your notes, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive right into how you can conquer this exam. So yeah everyone, let's proceed further. So first of all, we are going to talk about the overview of this particular exam. By overview, I mean everything that you should know about this exam. Okay. So the very first thing, this is something I believe you are already aware of, right? That this exam is conducted by NTA, that is National Testing Agency. Okay. All right. So yeah, if we talk about this exam, CSIR UGC NET examination. So remember that this exam is conducted by NTA, National Testing Agency. Okay. Now why this exam is for, the question is ये exam क्यों है, right? तो this exam is for determining the eligibility of Indian nationals for the award of Junior Research Fellowship, something that we call as JRF, and for lectureship, that is assistant professorship in specific subject areas. Okay, under the faculty of science and technology. Now everyone do try to understand, ये जो एग्जाम है CSIR UGC NET, ये दो चीजों के लिए होता है, हमें ये जानना बहुत जरूरी है और इसके लिए क्लियर होना भी बहुत जरूरी है. नंबर वन इज JRF, जूनियर रिसर्च फेलोशिप, एंड नंबर टू इज द प्रोफेसर असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसरशिप और लेक्चरशिप. ओके, नाउ आप लेक्चरर किसके बनेंगे? योर पर्टिकुलर स्पेसिफिक particular discipline in under the domain of science and technology. Okay, all right. So I believe we are clear so far that this exam is conducted by NTA for JRF and for lectureship in India. Okay, now let's try to understand that हम ये exam clear करके what all we can get, okay, or what all we can fetch. So number one is, first of all, is CSIR JRF. तो अगर आपके marks इस range में आते हैं तो आप CSIR JRF यानी fellowship और lectureship दोनों के लिए eligible हो सकते हैं. Secondly, you can be eligible for UGC and JRF. अगर आपके marks वो specific range में आएंगे तो you can definitely qualify for UGC JRF as well, under which again you get the fellowship and lectureship. Okay, and the third category is NET. Alright, तो अगर आपके marks इस specific category में आते हैं तो आप सिर्फ lectureship के लिए eligible होंगे, you would not be eligible for a fellowship. Okay, all right. So I believe we are clear so far. Let's proceed further and let's talk about the eligibility of this examination. ठीक है, मतलब आपको ये एग्जाम अगर आप देना चाहते हैं तो आपका जो एजुकेशनल क्वालिफिकेशन है वो क्या होना चाहिए, दैट इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस हियर. ओके, सो द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग इज ईदर एमएससी, ऑलराइट, आपने मास्टर्स किया होना चाहिए, मास्टर इन साइंस. सो आप उसके फाइनल ईयर स्टूडेंट हो सकते हैं, एनरोल्ड स्टूडेंट्स हो सकते हैं, या आपने वो कंप्लीट किया हुआ हो सकता है, और अ बीएससी फोर्थ ईयर स्टूडेंट. ओके, सो यू मे बी अ फाइनल ईयर स्टूडेंट और यू मे हैव कंप्लीटेड द बीएससी फोर ईयर कोर्स प्रोग्राम, तो आप इसके लिए एलिजिबल हैं. ठीक है, if you've done BTech or if you've done pharma or if you've done MBBS or you are in the final year of all these three domains, so you are definitely eligible for this examination. Okay, all right. So let's proceed further and let's discuss about the age limit. ठीक है, तो देखिए अगर हम JRF की बात करते हैं, that is fellowship, age limit याद रखिए, lecturership के लिए कोई भी upper age limit नहीं है. Okay, there's no upper age limit for lecturership, but yes, when we talk about JRF, all right, so for male unreserved category, that is general male, very important point, 28 years is the upper age limit. Okay, all right, general category male. All right, now if we talk about females, so 28 years plus 5-year age relaxation will be there. मतलब आप 28 years के अगर हो चुके हैं तो being a female of India you will get 5 years age relaxation. Okay, if you belong to SC/ST category, again same 28 years and 5-year age relaxation. Okay, if you are someone belonging from non-creamy layer OBC, then again 28 years plus 3-year age relaxation will be there. Okay, please note. Yeah, so male you are category 28 years, female 28 years plus 5-year age relaxation. If you are from SC ST, 28 years plus 5-year age relaxation, and for OBC non-creamy layer 28 years plus 3-year age relaxation. Okay, again I've already mentioned that there's no upper age limit for lecturership. ठीक है, lecturership के लिए कोई भी upper age limit नहीं है. Okay, all right. तो एज लिमिट किसके लिए? JRF फेलोशिप के लिए. नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द एलिजिबिलिटी मार्क्स. तो जो पर्टिकुलर स्पेसिफिक डोमेन में आपने पढ़ाई की है, ओके, फॉर इंस्टेंस यू हैव डन BSc इन बायोटेक्नोलॉजी, ओके, ऑलराइट, तो या BSc इन बॉटनी और BSc इन zoology या BTech. सो अगर आप जनरल कैटेगरी के स्टूडेंट है, इफ यू आर अ जनरल और OBC कैटेगरी स्टूडेंट, देन यू शुड हैव 55% ऑफ मार्क्स. ठीक है, आपके उस पर्टिकुलर स्पेसिफिक डिग्री में 55% मार्क्स होने चाहिए. फॉर SC ST PWD द मार्क परसेंटेज इज 50%. ओके, नॉट 55% or 50 marks, 50%. Okay, so for general and OBC candidates it's 55%. For SC and ST or PWD candidates it's 50%. Okay, this is eligibility marks. All right, now let's talk about the fellowship. So everyone, this fellowship lasts like if we talk about the validity, it is 2 years. For example, if I have cleared the exam in 2025, okay, that is June 2025, then I'll be eligible for fellowship or for applying for fellowship for the next 2 years, that is 2026 and 2027. I'll be eligible for next 2 years. Okay, this is validity is for eligibility. Okay, यानी आपने अगर अभी 2025 में ये एग्जाम क्लियर किया है तो आने वाले 2 सालों के लिए ये फेलोशिप आपके लिए वैलिड रहेगी. एंड द ड्यूरेशन फॉर फेलोशिप इज 5 years. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. ओके, द ड्यूरेशन इज 5 years. नाउ इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द फेलोशिप अमाउंट, ओके, हाउ मच you get as fellowship amount. So for the first 2 years, initial 2 years, you're going to get 31,000 per month plus HRA. Okay, for the initial 2 months. Okay, now for the next 3 years you will be getting 35,000 rupees per month plus HRA, and there will be a contingency of 20,000 per year. Please have a note of this. Okay, so the validity of fellowship is 2 years. The fellowship duration is 5 years. The fellowship amount for first 2 years 31,000 plus HRA, for next 3 years 35,000 plus HRA, and for the contingency period you will get 20,000 per year. Okay, now if you are someone like if you've topped this exam, okay, so then the fellowship amount is different. So for SPM fellowship for toppers, for first 2 years it will be 36,000 plus HRA per month. For the next 3 years it will be 42,000 plus HRA per month. Okay, and the contingency amount will be 70,000 rupees per year. Okay, all right, but this is for the SPM fellowship toppers. Okay, all right, so you'll get the SPM fellowship if you are a topper. Okay, or else you will get this fellowship amount that is mentioned in the slide. Okay, now let's talk about the exam pattern of the exam. So do try to understand that this particular exam is conducted twice a year. Okay, मतलब एक साल में 2 बार होता है. During COVID एक ही बार हो रहा था, but again now it is conducted twice a year. The mode of the examination is CBT, that's computer based test. It's not OMR based. Okay, it is computer based test, and you will get multiple choice questions. Okay, आपको MCQ solve करने होंगे. Medium आपका English या हिंदी दोनों हो सकता है. Your medium can be English and Hindi both, and the time that you are going to get is 3 hours or 180 minutes. Okay, now total number of questions will be 145, that is 145, and the maximum marks will be 200. There's one very good thing about this exam is I'm sorry, that you're only supposed to attempt 75 questions. Okay, all right, आपको सिर्फ 75 questions attempt करने हैं out of 145 questions that are there. But कैसे, we'll be talking about that also. Okay, so this exam is conducted twice a year. CBT mode में होगा. There will be multiple choice questions. The medium will be English and Hindi. You'll get 3 hours to solve the paper. Total number of questions will be 145, and the maximum marks that you can score from this paper is 200, and you need to attempt only 75 questions. But how? That's a question, right? कैसे 75 लाने हैं? So let's try to understand the question pattern. Okay, so I believe we are clear so far, but in case you have any doubt, you come across any confusion, please post that over the comment box. Okay, I'll try to cater to it as soon as possible. Yeah, so yeah, if you talk about the question pattern, everyone, it has three parts. Please try to understand this. Please make a note of it. This is something very, very important. So it has three parts. Part A has 20 questions. Have a note. Part B has 50 questions and part C has 75 questions. So 20 plus 50 is 70. 70 plus 75 is 145. So total number of question will be 145. Okay. So you have three parts, part A, part B and part C. For part A, that's 20 question. For each question, you will get 2 marks. Okay. Part A, 2 marks for each question. Part B, again 2 marks for each question. And part C, in which there will be 75 questions, you will get 4 marks each. Part A, 2 marks. Part B, 2 marks. And part C, 4 marks. Okay. So part A has 20 questions. Each question 2 marks. Part B, 50 questions. Each question 2 marks. Part C, 75 questions. Each question for 4 marks. Okay. Now you have the choice also. Now what's the choice? For part A, in which there are 20 questions, you're only supposed to attempt 15 questions. Okay. All right. And there will be a negative marking for 0.5 marks in this part A. For part B, where there are total of 35 questions, 50 questions, you can attempt 35 out of 50. Okay. And again, the negative marking will be same, 0.5 marks. So part A, 15 questions out of 20 questions which will be there. Part B, you're supposed to do only 35 questions out of 50. And part C, only 25 questions out of 75. Okay. Are we clear with this? This is very important. Okay. All right. So do try to understand. Part A, 15 questions out of 20. Part B, 35 questions out of 50 questions. Part C, 25 questions out of 75 questions. And yes, in part C, there will be a negative marking of 1 mark. Okay. Because the questions here are of 4 marks each, right? So again, 0.25%, 1/4 of negative marking will be there. Yes. So this is about the question pattern. So you get a lot of choices when you're only supposed to do, if we talk about 145 questions, you have 140 questions you have in total. Okay. And from each part you have the choice. All right. So let's proceed further and let's talk about syllabus. So first of all, we are talking about syllabus for part A. So we, as I've already mentioned, there are three parts: part A, part B and part C. So there's no separate syllabus for part B and C, but there's a separate syllabus for part A. So in part A, you will see questions coming from general science, from quantitative reasoning and analysis, and from research aptitude. Okay. So this research aptitude plays a vital role in this particular part: general science, quantitative reasoning and analysis, and research aptitude. So this is something that that is easily achievable, right? General science is something that you've studied till the graduation or till the first year, second year. If even like even if we don't talk about the specific subject in which you've done your graduation, right? General science is something that we all have studied at least till 12th. Okay. All right. Then the quantitative reasoning and analysis, again, if you are preparing for any other competitive exam as well, so this is something which is achievable. And research aptitude, you need to you need to emphasize upon. If you are someone who's who has never studied anything related to research, then you just need to focus more upon this research aptitude part of part A of the syllabus. Okay. Now let's talk about part B of this syllabus. That's for part B and part C. So there will be 13 units. Now everyone, in a separate video we'll talk about each and everything of these units. Okay. Right now I'm just talking about the if we talk about the overview of the syllabus, I'm not talking about detailed syllabus here. In a separate video we'll definitely discuss the detailed syllabus as well. Okay. So yeah, there will be 13 units, 13 units in part B and C combined: molecules and their interaction relevant to biology, cell organization, fundamental processes, cell communication, cell signaling, developmental biology, system physiology in plants, system physiology in animals, inheritance in biology, diversity of life forms, ecological principles, evolution and behavior, applied biology, and methods in biology. Okay. So these all units will be there in your syllabus or as a part of your syllabus. Now when we'll be discussing the detailed syllabus ना, तो मैं आपको बताऊंगी कि कैसे आप ग्रुप कर सकते हो यूनिट्स को. इन ये जो यूनिट्स है आपके पास 13 यूनिट्स, आप इनको ग्रुप करके अगर पढ़ेंगे तो आप देखेंगे दैट देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ कॉमन टॉपिक्स इन सेवरल यूनिट्स. ठीक है. तो आप उनको ग्रुप करके पढ़ सकते हैं. और कैसे पढ़ सकते हैं कम टाइम में, जिससे आप उसे ज्यादा से ज्यादा कवर कर सके, तो दैट विल बी डिस्कसिंग इन द नेक्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ दिस वीडियो. ओके. नॉट इन दिस पर्टिकुलर वीडियो. So that's about syllabus of part B and C. Okay, all right, everyone. Now, one more thing that I would like to tell you over here, that if you're someone who's not coming from a research background, या आप ऐसे हैं कि आप बहुत ज़्यादा academically अच्छे नहीं हैं, okay, तो या आप average student रहे हैं, so आपको हो सकता है थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा time लगे, but अगर आप smart study करेंगे, so definitely it is not अनअचीवेबल, इट इज अचीवेबल. ओके, ऑलराइट. दूसरी तरफ आपको बहुत सारे चॉइसेस मिलते हैं, राइट, आउट ऑफ 140 क्वेश्चन इन टोटल. एंड वन मोर थिंग, दैट वेयर देयर इज अ विल देयर इज द वे, राइट. जहां आपने कोशिश, जैसे आप कोशिश करना स्टार्ट करते हैं, आप दुनिया में कुछ भी अचीव कर सकते हैं. इम्पॉसिबल इटसेल्फ सेज आई एम पॉसिबल, राइट. सो इफ यू आर समवन, अगर आप एक एवरेज स्टूडेंट रहे हैं तो भी आप ये एग्जाम क्लियर कर सकते हैं, बट डेफिनेटली एफर्ट्स आर रिक्वायर्ड, आपको एफर्टफुल होना पड़ेगा. एंड इफ यू आर समवन जो एकेडमिकली अच्छे हैं, तो डेफिनेटली आप इसे 4 to 6 months में अचीव कर सकते हैं. ओके, ऑलराइट. सो एवरीवन, आई होप you enjoyed today's video with me. For more such content, do like, share and subscribe. And yeah, definitely in the next part of this video we'll do the detailed syllabus. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Keep growing, keep learning. Till the next time we meet, bye bye, take care.